It's official, Apple has just announced WWDC 2024. Here's when it will be, how you can watch, and what Apple will announce. Will we see any new hardware? Let's take a step back. WWDC is Apple's annual worldwide developers conference. It's where it shows off the future of its platforms and introduces new software features that it will release later this fall. It used to be entirely in person, but in recent years has switched to a hybrid model, where it's primarily online, though a small subset of developers get to make their way to Apple Park and participate in hands-on sessions. After sending out its official press release, WWDC 2024 will be taking place on June 10th to June 14th. So how can you see what Apple's going to show off? The bulk of WWDC, as it's known to attendees, is for developers, to guide them through new APIs and how to implement new features. But to kick off the week, Apple will typically hold a keynote event where it shows off its new software. Apple usually confirms the keynote closer to WWDC itself, but if history holds, the keynote will be taking place on the Monday of WWDC week at 10 a.m. Pacific or 1 p.m. Eastern. The keynote will be available to stream online. You can go to Apple's homepage where it'll likely be promoted, but also apple.com/events. Alternatively, you could visit the official Apple YouTube channel and live stream it there too. Be careful not to get fooled by fake live streams because they just keep popping up event after event. Finally, you could hop into the TV app on any of your devices, including iPhone, Mac, iPad, or Apple TV. If you are interested though in any of the developer sessions, Apple has an official WWDC app that'll be updated closer to the event with all of the schedule and different videos that you can watch. That begs the question though of, what will Apple announce, and what are the chances that we see some new devices? As I mentioned, WWDC is primarily a software-focused event. Apple will likely show off the latest versions of its software, including iOS 18, iPadOS 18, macOS 15, watchOS 11, tvOS 18, and even an update for HomePod Software 18. Rumored new features include the adoption of RCS in the Messages app. Finally, there's also going to be some level of redesign coming to the operating system and a big focus on AI. Apple's AI abilities could be far-reaching. It could greatly improve Siri's conversational abilities. Imagine being able to get help inside of the iWork suite like Pages, Keynote, and Numbers. Imagine being able to use generative AI to help replace or swap things out in an image, or being able just to ask what places you could go nearby for food based on certain criteria. There is a lot that Apple could do with AI. This year, we may also get a first look at the future of Vision Pro with visionOS 2.0. Now, hardware is a different story. Apple typically doesn't release new hardware products at WWDC, but there has been times that it has shown some off. For example, it revamped the Mac Pro during WWDC, and it was last year that we got the new 15-inch MacBook Air and the Vision Pro. Rumors are not suggesting that we're going to see any hardware this year though. If we did see some new hardware, Apple could update the Mac Pro, Mac Studio, Mac Mini, or introduce a larger iMac at the event. Again, I do not think any of these are likely. Rumors are not suggesting they will be updated, but they are the products that are most overdue for an update that would make sense at WWDC if Apple was going to release some new hardware. So what features are you most excited to see at WWDC? Are you holding out for hardware, or is there a specific iOS feature that you are itching to get on your device? Let me know down below in the comments, and be sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, and I will be rounding up all the event from WWDC as it happens.